Hello again, everyone. It is Nature Girl Gaming, and today I'm going to be drawing characters from games with costumes for a Halloween special. So let's begin. So I started with the Lost Ember Wolf, and currently I'm kind of just working on the outline, even though I know it is a black wolf. And I have to work on the little tiny details as I give it its little white strip. Now it needs this little blue eye, which actually doesn't pick up as well as I was hoping, but it is there. And you can all kind of put in the comments what you think your favorite is, like your favorite design choice. Now here's Flint, which is dressed as a bumblebee, because that's the only thing I could think of making him that was so small. And then I start working on the wing detail, and notice that I didn't do the ears, so I have to go back to the ears. But this one is going to be a butterfly, and then of course I start getting everything else in line. That one was going to be me that I was just doing. I was going to put in me, but then I failed. So I start working on making the outlines for this, and I did use some stickers of things that other people drew, but I changed them completely. And then I start trying to make the outline in such a way that it's not going to just be flashing a lot, because I want, as you can see, the pup's bodies were kind of turning green, so I had to keep on testing. So I start deleting the names and signatures, and then I start working on the wolves again. So this is going to be Riverstone. And I start, trying to figure out how I want to do the eye, because I don't think it looks very good. And I settle on a kind of, puffy, big, longer setting with a flat pupil. And I've, at this point, decided to take off the original mouth so that's not open, and add it on differently. And now we're in with the body, where I need to do some shading. I really enjoy doing the shading, and I think that turned out pretty cool. But this one, I kind of couldn't stop seeing weirdness in the shading, so I started fixing it, and then I started fixing the body more, which made it look a little weird. So now I start on Riverstone's costume, which is going to be a mummy. And I just really like how the mummy turned out. At first it was looking like it was just going to look like a bunch of lines on a wolf, like scribbles. But after I started adding the other details, it started looking much, much better. Now I start working on the pups. I did not want to add all 7 pups, so I just worked on getting 1, and then I decided to add on another one. So first we're going to do Ghost, and I'm kind of doing the main characters that I feel are the main characters. So we're going to be doing Ghost and Sunshine. And I was considering doing Ghost and Twig because it's the only ones that I didn't name, but I settled on just Ghost and Sunshine. Now I've started adding some floppy wings. I thought it kind of looked like a saddlebag, but at the point where I the rest of the costume, it started looking more like wings. So now I'm trying to carve around the ears, and I decide to completely delete the head, but then it looks really weird. So I end up settling on something that may look even weirder. He sacrificed his ears for this. And then I started working on Sunshine, which the ear color was incredibly difficult. I just couldn't find something right, so I decided to do a diluted color of its body. So I start wondering how to do the eyes, which is what this big moment of pause is. And then I decided to make them orange. So now I'm going in with a halo, and I'm trying to make it look like it's kind of wrapped around. I thought that it ended up looking a little weird. But it's one of those kind of glow stick halos that you kind of wrap around your head, and then they light up in the dark. And then a little dress. And it was at this moment that I realized that Flint had really weird stuff going on with his glow. So I started working harder on it. And then I started with the cats. So I did Inna, and was trying to get a good color. I still don't think I did the best job. I also kind of made her look really angry. I don't really know if it looks good or not. So I struggled a little bit with finding a nice color, but I ended up settling on some pink. And I know Inna has like little speckles under her stripe. So I decided to try to recreate that, but then I realized that I hate it. So I kind of gave up on that. After a little while blending and mashing together stuff. So I spent a lot of time working on it, but then eventually it got all mixed together, so I had to start deleting it. And it probably would have been faster just to erase it with the color I used on Inna's fur than hitting the undo button. But I decided to do the undo button for reasons unknown to anyone. And then I realized I did not give her a mouth or a nose color. So I started wondering what mouth I should do, and I could have just done the normal cat one that I normally do. But I decided to put it off for a little while and just get to her costume of a dragon. Just kind of picked random costumes for all of them, except I guess the butterfly and bumblebee makes sense. So I just started doing the little scales, which I thought looked more like stripes after finishing it. But I wanted them to be really, really close together, which kind of helped it. And then I went back to the mouth and decided to make her look angry. Nobody knows if it's an act or if she's actually mad at Halloween. I don't know why I made her look like that. Then I start on Kerr. And I try to make them look much, much better than they had. So I continue to move along with everything that is that before deciding this is definitely not the right body shape or pattern I could do for Kerr. So I should just do Kerr as another one. So it's hardly noticeable, but I added some blues and some blacks to her fur and turned Kerr into Vavi, which I'm not sure if it was the best choice, but I like it. And then I start working on the one next to them, which is now going to be Kerr, and I think this one looks much, much better. So I start making it look really, really red before realizing that the pictures of Kerr are orange, not red. So I keep trying to do the legs. For some reason I outlined the tail, and I find it really funny because I had to delete the tail anyway, because I forgot they were bobcats, not normal cats. So I start working on Solda, and I don't change much because they already look a lot like Solda. So I just add a few different colors. Then I start on the next, which is going to be Bova, And this one, I think, was pretty creative of me. I did Bova as this. But I was struggling a lot with their head. I didn't want them looking like a sheet ghost. Because I have never liked sheet ghosts much. I guess I did like it at one point. But I wanted to make them a full-on ghost because they died really, really quickly. So I start sculpting them new ears before I realized that I needed to lead all of these tails in a nice way. Then I start on making pictures. So I give Kerr some like black dress, and I'm not even sure what it is, before I decide I'm going to make them a shadow man. Not sure where this costume went, though. It's like a reverse bandit. Then I try to decide what I'm going to do for Vavi and Solda. And I decided to postpone it until after Bova. So I give Bova these kind of weird, like, circly eyes. They kind of look like they're hypnotized. And then I start giving her chains and a bit more detail. And I call that good. So then, start working on the other one. And this one was originally I was gonna try to make it look edgy, but then I just decided to make her a queen instead. I'm not sure why. And I did an amazing job, I think, with the outfit. Here I am adding some fluff details. And then the little stars, which I made all by myself, and I'm really proud of it, because normally I use stickers when I want stars. So, I just continue working on the stars. And originally, I was going to make Solda some kind of, like, weird, like, bandit or something, but then I realized Kerr already pretty much had that covered, so I turned the hat into a magician hat. And I'm really proud of the way the wand looks. Still think that the best looking one is either Vavi or maybe Sunshine. But I think Riverstone's probably my favorite. I'm gonna start adding in all of the names before realizing I forgot someone, like sadly. Remembering I forgot Riverstone's mate. And then we all learn how Bova got her weird eyes. Contacts. Nobody knows how she got contacts in. I don't even think her mother knows. I don't even think her siblings know. She just has contacts. So we have the two pups as a devil and an angel. We have their mother as a mummy. We have the kittens as a queen, a shadow man, a magician, and a ghost contact person. We have a bumblebee and a butterfly as well. And then I struggled to think of any other ideas, so I just kind of decided to do, like, a classic, like, murder costume, which I failed at. I definitely did not do very good at it. And then I finish it off with what I think looks pretty good. You can all tell me what your favorite makeover thing was in the comments. I think that my favorite one is probably either Wolf or Solda. And I think Solda probably wins, even though it's like a really, really simple design. But if I don't do Solda or Wolf, then it's definitely going to be Dyrus. And I just realized I forgot to give him a name. Wow. It's Dyrus as Jason. But anyway, that is the end of this art video. I really enjoyed making all of this art. I think that it was a really interesting thing to do for Halloween. So I will see you all next time.